y'all.
We're going to be canning some mushrooms today. These are super easy for beginner canners, and the mushrooms we'll be using are not wild, they are store-bought.
Right. Yep. That's important. We've never canned wild mushrooms. All right, let's get going here. We have our mushrooms. We have soaked them in some cold water just to get the dirt and things off. Okay, so we're just going to cut the ends off and feed those to our girls. And this is just one of those egg slicers, and it just makes quick work of it. If you don't have one, you can cut it with a knife. This just works really well.
Yeah.
There we go. If you got the little baby ones, you can leave them whole if you want. Totally your call, however y'all want to do it. Okay. We used to wipe them all off with a damp rag and all that, like when you're going to cook them on the stove or whatnot. And that took so much time that we just decided put them in a bowl of water, cold water, and bounce them up and down and let them soak for about 10 minutes is all you need to do. And then you just drain that off and you do it one more time and bounce it up and down in that cold water. And it seems to do a wonderful job.
Yeah. These are unbelievably easy to can.
Yeah. You'll see. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's our mushrooms. That was 3 pounds of mushrooms. And we're just going to cover it with water and we're going to warm it up on the stove. You're going to let it boil for about 5 minutes just so that all the mushrooms are nice and heated through. Okay. All right. We got our hot water back here ready to go on top. We've got our canner over here heating up. So as soon as these boil, we're going to let them boil for about 5 minutes just to get them nice and heated through. Okay. Okay, so these are 5 minutes is up. We're going to go ahead and turn these off. And we're going to go over to the counter and put these in jars. These are our hot jars. Okay. Okay. Pot over here. Okay. And now we're just going to ladle these in, leaving 1-inch headspace. You can choose to do half pints as we are today, or you can do pints. Either way. Okay. You want to pack them down in there. They're a little hot. you can choose to drain this if you want. I just don't typically. I'll just, I'll trade you. I'll go this way. I just use this little spider spatula thing and drain them off as I pull them up out of there. Personal preference. Oh. Okay. You can use a few more.
Yeah.
So we did 3 pounds. Oftentimes they come in these little blue containers and there are 8 ounces. And we did, we've got 6 of those is what we did today. So you get about, what, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that gives you about 1.5. Is that what you decided?
Yeah.
So 3 pounds. We did 6 of those little containers. And that is equivalent to 3 pounds. And you're going to get about 6 to 8 jars with them. Depends on if you leave them little baby ones whole or not, too. So just keep that in mind. Now we save our broth from the mushrooms because we'll let it cool off and then we'll feed it to our plants. We've got plenty of plants just starting on. So we're going to save that and feed that to them. Yeah. So it doesn't go to waste. Now we're going to go ahead and if you want, you can put salt in. What is it?
Half a teaspoon of salt.
Per
pint.
So this is a half pint. So we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon in these half pints. And then we're going to fill them up with water. We're going to leave 1-inch headspace. You want to do the salt and I'll get the water?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Now we just have a kettle here that has hot water, however you want to do that. And we're going to fill it. Now she'll debubble these just to be on the safe side. Won't trade spots.
Yeah.
Musical chairs.
Right.
All she's doing is debubbling it so we have enough headspace in there. Mm-hmm. This one you already did, so I'm going to scoot him over here and we're going to go this direction if that's okay.
Yeah. And we'll leave this little tool down in the description box.
Right. It is so handy.
Yes. Very.
And we'll leave the instructions down below too. This is really easy peasy. Mm-hmm. But it's always nice to have something to reference, or at least I'm that way.
Yeah.
Okay, this last one still needs it.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to take our rag and we're going to put a splash of vinegar on there and wipe the rims.
Right. You don't want anything on your rims, so you want to make sure that they're nice and clean. And I'm going to get after the lids here that's been soaking in some hot water. And the reason you just soak these is to get the little rubber gasket soft. That's why you do that. And you just want to screw them down fingertip tight. Those are hot.
Yeah. I think everything's hot.
I know. Best way to do it though.
Mm-hmm.
Help out. There you go. Once you do this, you'll never go back to buying those mushrooms again, because this is such a much more economical way of doing things. We're going to take them over and put them in our water. So we got our water on. It's getting hot here. Our jars are hot. We're going to put them in there. Okay, we're going to put our lid on. Okay, so we're going to let this vent for 10 minutes, and then we'll put our weight on, 10 pounds of pressure, and then once that comes up to pressure and it starts rocking, because we have the old timer rocky one, we'll let it cook for 45 minutes. And you don't start your timer till this starts rocking, okay, till it gets up to pressure.
All right, so that's been venting for 10 minutes, and we're going to put the 10-pound pressure weight on.
Yep. Now we're just going to wait for that to start jiggling. That's when you can time your 45 minutes. All right, so our 45-minute timer just went off. We're going to go ahead and turn our pressure canner off. Now, you don't want to do anything. You just want to let it decompress all on its own, and your manual will tell you about how long that usually takes. And then once it's completely decompressed, you can go ahead and take your weight off and open your canner up and take your jars out. We usually set ours on a towel on the counter over here on the island and let them all come to room temperature that way. And it's such a joyous sound when they're popping, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's our favorite part.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to let that do its thing.
All right, so this is cooled down, and we're going to take our jars out of the canner now.
Yes. Okay, so we're just going to let these sit here and cool off. And then what we typically like to do is take the bands off, and we'll label the lid with either the contents or the year that it was canned, because you want to rotate your products wherever you're storing them, right?
Right.
And that's all there is to canning mushrooms.
Yeah.
So
super duper easy.
Yeah. Let us know if y'all give it a try, or if you're planning on doing it, and how it turned out for you.
Yeah.
We love doing it this way, especially with the price of produce and canned goods and just food in general. This is a lot more economical for us. And one of these little jars, one of these little half pints, is about equivalent to 2 of your little cans that you might get at the grocery. And if you have a bigger family, you might want to go ahead and do the pints instead of the half pints. So it's totally up to you. Well, as always, guys, it has been a pleasure having you with us in the kitchen, hasn't it?
Yes.
We totally enjoy having y'all. And let us know, comment, and let us know if you have if you give this a try or not. As always, keep it simple
and fun. Also, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any of our fun videos. And don't forget, share it with your friends.